Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co., and we're back for another video of board game upgrades and deluxifications. This is a monthly series we do where we talk about a variety of board game upgrades. Sometimes it's a deluxe board game, sometimes it's an insert, sometimes it's sleeves, coins, tokens, whatever they are. We have a real smorgasbord of different things coming this month. We have inserts coming and deluxe games coming and other things in future months, but for right now, we have 5 things. Usually I aim for 5, not always, but we have 5 things to go through today. We're going to have this assortment of boxes over here, which some of the things I know what's in here, others I don't, but we'll talk all about that when we get them. This is going to be coming to you from Crafty Cow. I'll have links to everything down below. We're going to have these dice tomes from, oh my gosh, Artifact Games. I believe Artifact Games dice tomes over here. We have a bunch of token vessels, and the name of the site is Token Vessels. We have some Lorcana tokens from One Sharp Joe, and then we have my favorite metal coins, which honestly, this is just me showing you these again. I've shown these on the series in the past, but these are my favorite coins from Top Shelf Gamer. Speaking of which, this video series is sponsored by Top Shelf Gamer, and if you go ahead and follow the link down below, there'll also be a little coupon code to go ahead and save you money off your next purchase. Top Shelf Gamer has a variety of things, a variety of upgrades that might be of interest to you, from inserts to sleeves to a ton of metal coins to a ton of deluxe resources. They add things all the time. They recently added all their latest batch of deluxe custom resources from their crowdfunding campaign, so go ahead and check all that out, and if you do use the link down below, it does help out the channel. But with that, let's go ahead and start this off, and let's start off with the Lorcana tokens, because honestly, Lorcana is something that for me has been a bit of a disappointment overall as far as, well, Lorcana in general, and that's something to do with these tokens, to be clear. These tokens are from One Sharp Joe. I'll link to a site down below. Also, friend of the channel, has done sponsored content with us in the past, but these over here are incredible, and they're amazing, and they're awesome, and the only problem is that I kind of have been off the Lorcana hype train as soon as it became incredibly expensive and hard to hunt down. The hype train lasted for all of like 2 weeks, and then people were like, hey, by the way, this stuff's going for 3 times the actual listed value because no one can get their hands on any of it, and I was like, I had to convince myself to get into an LCG, not LCG, I had to convince myself to get into a TCG to begin with because I've been out of TCGs for so long, and then this comes along and says, hey, by the way, you know this cool new TCG that you can play with your kids, yourself, your friends, whoever, and all that? Good luck. Good luck, that's the thing. So I'm holding out hope. Lorcana may be something I come around on. For right now, though, these are incredibly cool, and I still have starter decks. I just don't play Lorcana that much, at least as of not right now. But over here, we got life trackers over here. These are very shiny, glittery tokens over here, and the way they work over here, you'll see, it shows you both for you and your opponent. So you can see over here, we're currently at 15, not health, because, I mean, Lorcana doesn't really have health. You're chasing the quest points or whatnot, and they have that same 15 over here. Now, it is a little glittery on that mirror tile. The way this works is this comes straight off. You can see the numbers over here. Hey, look at that. You can see, oh, that's the camera reflected. You can see the camera. That's my camera set up over there. But over there, this just magnetizes on over here, and it gives you a very shiny, glittery feel. And we have a few of these over here. We have 4 different colors over here as far as these go. So we got our orange, our blue, our green, and our white. And the orange, blue, and white, by the way, in case you're wondering. He has it in all the Lorcana colors, in case you want any of them. I grabbed these 3 because these 3 are the Lorcana, are the Board Game Co. colors, blue, orange, and white combined. Kind of, as far as these go. Then you're also going to have additional tokens over here. I'll just show you one bag of these over here. This is going to be a bunch of other, tokens and modifiers for the game. So again, that very glittery feel to them. These tokens are incredibly cool looking. It makes me want to get Lorcana. Well, again, I still want Lorcana on its own. I'm just not paying premium prices for it. But past that, I'll say that, I will say these tokens do come with a sticker that has to be peeled off every single one. So do prepare yourself for a homework assignment. I threw on a show and peeled stuff off and called it a day, and it all worked out. That's basically going to be the Lorcana tokens and stickers from One Sharp Joe. Again, I'll have a link to everything down below. In fact, One Sharp Joe, there'll also be a discount code if you want to go ahead and use it. And he has both an Etsy store as well as a website. I believe the website, well, my coupon's going to be for the website, so if you want to go ahead and purchase there. And I believe he has the same selection, I believe the same prices. I think in some cases there's more ways to save money, and if nothing else, you'll have the opportunity to save money because my coupon code will work on the website, but not on the Etsy store. It's worth noting, it's not on the Etsy store, that coupon, it's only on the website. From there, let's go ahead to these token holders over here. These over here, these are just a bunch of token holders. That's what these are. These are little drawbag token holders that they're very flexible and very easy to utilize over here, but the basic idea is you have a token holder, you have your tokens, and yes, I did go ahead and grab some trees from Merge just to make a point over here. In fact, let's go ahead and grab another larger token holder and throw in some more tokens, because these ones seem to need a larger token holder as far as these go. Although, of course, you could use smaller ones and pass it down the table. And don't get me wrong, it's a thing that holds tokens. We're not that impressed yet, but it is nice, and I'll show you why. But we're going to go ahead and grab some player pieces over here. I haven't actually played. This is coming to you from Emerge from Pandasaurus Games. These tokens have not played the game yet. I started the rules, and then I entered the review backlog while I prioritize other games, but I do want to play through Emerge because I've heard good things about it. But we're going to go ahead and dump these in here, and so you have your small and large token holders. And one of the nice features of this is that the way this just goes ahead and closes up nicely. So you can go ahead and, you know, toss it around, transport it around the table, do what you need for it, however you're doing it. You know, I don't know necessarily, meaning whether you're transporting, moving from location to location, passing around, saving the game state for whenever, these are going to, you know, fit nicely in here and just close up nicely. So whether it's for transport or alternatively just for the table space or any needs you have, these token holders are very flexible in that sense. I don't know if they come in different colors. That would be nice. I mean, I'm not that fussy myself personally, but I do know that people often like colors. I mean, hey, I chose those Lorcana colors for my tokens over there. That's going to be these token holders. I believe the site is Token Vessels, but of course I will have links to everything down below. So let me go ahead and clean these up and then go on to the next thingy, because I'm going to save those brown boxes for last, because I don't even know what's in. Again, I know some of the things in them, but I don't even know most of them. That's coming to you from, I believe I said Crafty Cow, if I'm not mistaken. But links to everything down below. These I have to remember to put aside later. That's going to be these token vessels. And with that, let's move to the next thingy, which is going to be, give me a second while I unzip this fully. There we go. It was a little too tight and condensed over there. These stack nicely as well, so you can see they all go nicely in there. And then we're going to go ahead, let's just go these small things out of the way. So let's do the coins over here. Now these are from Top Shelf Gamer. These are my favorite metal coins of all time, I think. I say I think because when I first covered these were definitely my favorite coins of all time. Since then, there's been a lot of metal coins I've talked about over the years, and there may be some that are better. Like, I mean, the ones from Merchants of the Dark Road, those might be my favorite metal coins of all time, I think. But there's a lot. There's a lot of potential candidates for my favorite metal coins. But these tokens are, I believe, officially for brass. That's what they, well, I say officially is a loose terminology. They're not officially for anything. They're, I believe they have them listed on the site as being for the game brass. And for me, I prefer the brass clays. The iron clays, I prefer those personally. And they come with a lot in the bag. I still haven't poured everything out. There's even more over here. They list the quantities on the site. You can check those out. But for me, I use it for Foundations of Rome. If you like Foundations of Rome, these, I replaced the, I love Foundations of Rome. I think the production quality is off the charts. I think the coins look like hot garbage. These over here, these are solid coins that look amazing, feel amazing. They have heft to them, and they just look like good coins for a game like Foundations of Rome. I mean, they fit for brass for a reason, and they fit for Foundations of Rome for a reason. I think those are absolutely fantastic. Give me a second to go ahead and do this over here. There we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go as far as these go. These are going to be the coins, and that's basically, you know, the 6 faces you have of these coins. And that's basically that. So these are Foundations of Rome coins. I talk about these all the time because I think this is the second time I've shown them in a video, but I do try to bring these up a lot because they frequently go out of stock on the website. On the Top Shelf Gamer website, these regularly are in and out of stock. People buy them a lot, then they're gone for 4 months, then they're back. So right now they're currently back as of the time of filming of this video, and that's going to be your metal coins. Which brings us to the dice tomes over here. These dice tomes, I've opened one. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to. This, I will say offhand, I'm not the main target audience for these. These are basically, these are dice tomes that are catered to people who collect dice, RPG players, someone who wants a nice place to store their dice and or roll the dice. But I just want to be fully clear up front that I have a whole set of these, and I'm not an RPG player, at least not yet, which means these have less use to me. I think they are very cool. I think it's fun to have 1 or 2 in my collection. I don't need or use all 6. I'm just calling that out specifically because if you're like, hey, why are you doing a bunch of RPG sets? I'm not an RPG player. I have it on my list of things to try. There's still this ongoing Alien game, that's Alien RPG, that's supposed to be happening at some point. I don't know if or when. But this set over here, what these sets all operate is they give you a place to store your dice, like so. So you can see over here, we have our dice tray effectively, which is this thing over here. And then you can go ahead and roll your dice as necessary. And of course, you also have a dice that drops into the floor. If you give me a second here. Here we go. And you also have a coin for each faction. So each of these gives you a faction, a class or whatnot, and then they give you a lot of flavor text in these things. So you can see over here, you have like a lot of flavor text, a lot of notes going on. All these are custom box by box. So each box has their own thing. And then you can go ahead and, you know, roll your dice into the tome as you need to be able to go ahead and just see, okay, well, we got those, we got those. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a roll. So you have a place to roll your dice. You know, you have a bunch of D6 over here. So it's a regular set plus, in fact, I'm missing some dice over here. These didn't come out. But over here you have 3 D6 and then plus your regular, you know, set. And then of course a coin, whether you need to flip a coin. Actually, I don't know if it'll work for a coin flip. Does it have heads and tails? It doesn't have heads and tails. That's disappointing. Does it? Am I missing anything? No, there is a difference. So we have the, over here, we have, let's go and look at that. We have there, I don't know if you can see, but that's a little broken over there. And over here, that's fully intact. So there is a difference on the coin. I wish it was a bit more obvious, honestly, because once you have a nice coin that's thematic, you should have like a heads and tails flip that doesn't involve having to double check that you indeed or do or don't have that face. But that's the set over here. They got a bunch of these. These all fit into whichever box you want as far as these go. So setup and tear down is easy as far as this little thingy-majiggy, the holder, so you don't have to worry about matching it to its type. And let's go ahead and show you the different ones we have, because I have, like I said already, 6 of these. I believe they're going to have an upcoming crowdfunding campaign for more sets, I believe that's the plan. So I think there's currently 6, and I think there's plans for, you know what, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say how many more. There's plans for more. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say this is an upcoming set, but I think I'm supposed to say that. But over here we have this set over here, we got this guy, and then we got, you know, here. We got these. So, you know, we got these dice over here, as far as, you know, these. And we have this, you know, coin for this particular faction, which is going to be, this one's a bit more obvious the way they have it. So you'll see, you can see a bit more, again, what would you call heads or tails? That I don't know, but you can see the background lines are kind of gone on this particular side. That's going to be that coin. But then you have these dice over here. So we got these blue dice with a dash of white to them. The dice are nice. They have nice marbleized dice. Toss them in the box. Do what you need to do. Let's go ahead and show you the rest. I don't know if I'm going to take all the dice out. Yeah, I probably should. I'll take all the dice out. Give me a second while there's only 6 sets. We'll go through it. Just so you can see because I'm not sure at first because like, hey, they're just dice, but they all have different color hues. So if you do want to see which set might be right for you, then that's going to be this set. Do I know the class names offhand? No, I don't. I know that my 2 favorite were the first one. Oh, no. These are my 2 favorite, I think. Or was it the first one? Was the Assassin class? The Tome of Fury and the Tome of the Divine. I think the Tome of the Divine and the Tome of Fury were my go-to sets, so I'll keep those and do those ones last. But then, let's go ahead and go this one. This one's going to be the Tome of the Wild. And the other 2 are already gone, so I don't know which ones they are. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, so the Tome of the Wild over here. That's going to be this guy. And we're going to go ahead and see what we got. So we have the back. Oh, interesting over here. I find that interesting. That is interesting. We have a different layout over here, which I just find interesting. Not a good thing or a bad thing, just different. And we have the box over here for whatever designs we have. These just come out. These have little informational pamphlets, but they can be tossed after. And then we have our coin for the Tome of the Wild, which is going to be this guy. And then we got there and there. So again, small marginal differences. Nothing major about them. And we have these dice over here. Let's go ahead and show you these. And these are less marbleized. They're a little more, I mean, they have them, they're clearly not like one color, but they're less nuanced to different colors. It's almost more of a hues of green as opposed to any strong difference. So if you want more of a basic green look to them, that'll have you covered over there. That's going to be the Tome of the Wild. We got 3 down, 3 to go. Let's go ahead and do this. And then we have the giant smorgasbord pile of boxes over here, which again, I know some of the things. I'm excited about the things I do know, but I don't know the other stuff. Let's go ahead and put this down over here, cover that up, and then put this off to the side. Okay, then we're going to move on to the Tome of Combat. The Tome of Combat is going to be our 4th tome over here. If we can pull this off over here, knife pulled away from me, and there we go. Okay, so we're going to take a back thing off the back over here. And then let's show you what we have for this one. So, we got this set over here. That's going to be, again, Tome of Combat with all its unique art and all the, you know, I don't know, illustrations and whatnot. And then we have these coins over here. Now, the coins actually come in different colors, too. I think most of them have been gold, I think. I have to remember. But this one is going to be a silver coin over here. That's going to be that. And then we have the dice, and we're back to the usual dice tray. Now, these also have more of a marbleized look to them. So far, I think that my favorite dice so far have been like the black with a slight hue of white. That's been the first set I've looked at. But over here, I do like the orange. I don't know, I feel orange could go with a different color, but I do like the orange and black. It's not bad. I do like the marbleized look to it. and that's going to be your Tome of Combat. So, we got these. 2 more to go. And we're going to put this away. And then, we got 2 more domes to head off and see how these go. I'll do the Tome of Fury first. Yeah, I think I'm going to like the Tome of the Divine the most. Although the dice on the first one, those might be my favorite so far. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. These have promise. I'm curious about the different molding. My favorite dice of all time, I think. I say of all time very casually, but then I actually have to think about other things. Like my favorite coins of all time, except for the other ones that may also be my favorite. But my favorite dice of all time probably are Cthulhu Death May Die, has marbleized dice that I absolutely love. We got another silver coin over here. We have our generic, just like almost caveman style approach to the background over here. I like these over here. I wish there was a drop more black in the marbles. It's like, it is more dominant on red, which makes sense for the color, but I just really like the way the black lies into it, and I wish there was a drop more present. But I do like the dice overall in this one. Yeah, Cthulhu Death May Die, that's going to be my favorite marbleized dice from any game. From Command games, from other games, from anything. I'm pretty sure. Again, I reserve the right to immediately change my mind as soon as you point me to dice that I like better. But until then, the Cthulhu Death May Die dice are currently, I think, my favorite. It's the only ones that, like, when they had the second crowdfunding campaign, the first time around I got 1 set. When the second crowdfunding campaign, I think I got like 2 or 3 more sets. Like, Cthulhu Death May Die is a game that I have played it with 4 players in the past. But I think once. 3 players have done multiple times, and then 2 players or 1 player, well, not really 1 player, I've done 1 player, like, infrequently, but 2 players happens a lot, and then Tome of the Divine over here. 3 players occasionally, and 4 players probably never again. So I think I ordered 2 more sets to complement the ones that I already had. Ooh, I like the way this is ordered. Like, they have their own flavors to the way they present, and I do like that. It's not just different illustrations. Like, this has a degree of rigidness, of order to it that I really appreciate. We got another metal coin, another gold coin over here, and then we have these dice over here, which I do like. I wish there were more black running through it, like a bit more of a obvious strain. These feel like those green dice, where it's more but nuanced shades of the same color, as opposed to any real strong difference. And so that means I think the first, I don't know what it is, Tome of Shadows, maybe. It's more the assassin one. That one's probably my favorite dice as far as the dice go. I like the Tome of the Divine as far as the my favorite look to the book, just because I like order. I like order more than chaos. Like, as much as I'll engage in unboxings and these videos with a degree of chaos and whatnot, in most aspects of my life, I prefer order. Which brings us to these games from Crafty Cow. Now, some of these things are, we got some games in here. We got some, I believe there's going to be some ornaments and things, like Christmas ornaments and things, and then there's going to be some token trays and stuff. Over here, starting off, we got What the Facts. What the Facts over here. Think outside the box to learn a fact. This is going to be a card game about facts, where you're going to have, I don't know exactly the way it plays, but basically you're going to have, you know, a whole stack of facts over here, and you have, let's pull up a random fact over here. Before the modern pregnancy test, what did they use to determine if a woman was pregnant? Now again, I have no idea how this actually plays, but women used to pee on wheat and barley seeds, depending on what sprouts it could determine, not pregnant, a boy or a girl. So, I don't know anything about what's true or not true. I mean, I assume this is true. It's called What the Facts. But I do know I was just watching the great, phenomenal show over on Hulu, and they did this thing where, like, they had a woman pee on top of wheat to determine if she was pregnant, and, like, that's bizarre. I think that's what happened. That's so fascinating to me. Like, I've never in my... Oh, geez, serendipity. Like, I've never once in my life heard that, thought of that, seen that, and now twice in one day, I have the idea that you can pee on wheat to determine if you're pregnant, which that is a random thing to have happen to you twice in one day. So, yeah, apparently that's a thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just, I'm sorry, I'm struck by the bizarreness of finding out this fact the day that I saw it in a TV show. I honestly thought it was humor. Like, The Great, if you've watched The Great, is a very strong degree of humor in that show. So it's hard to know what is or isn't real. Oh, these are nice. So we're going to show you some things over here. So let's go ahead and show you some stuff. Oh, they have that wood. Are these... Uh-oh, you have to be careful. You have to be careful as far as touching. They got a little bit of the soot from laser cutting on these. But we got a set of ornaments for your tree or whatnot. We'll show you all of these in a second. I'm going to have to open some stuff here. There's going to be a lot of opening things, so bear with me as we go through this. My hands are going to be covered in soot by the time I'm done. They're not that bad, but they do add up. But they are... Okay, we got this. It's so... Oh my gosh, there's variety. There's variety here. Okay, we're going to show you all these. There's so much variety. Dear Lord. This is going to be a long video. So, you can skip around. Things will be timestamped as usual. or you can just stick it out through this. But this can be, like, I may have to skip some back packages if there are duplicates, because sizing-wise, oh my gosh, this is, I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm assuming they're coming in different colors. No, this is the only one of this. Okay, so this is the only one of this. What's that? Okay, there we go. Okay, now, okay, there's going to be some cleaning up to do after this. Let's go ahead and show you some Christmas ornaments. So we got your Ticket to Ride train over here. That's going to be number one. We have a little bit of a, is this Catan? No, that's Scythe. Oh my gosh, that's Scythe. That's got to be Scythe, right? Is it Scythe? Now I'm not sure. We got Waves, we got the Star, we got that. Is it Terraforming Mars? Is this, I mean, the Star makes me think Scythe. No, it's Terraforming Mars. It's Terraforming Mars. We got the tracks over here. We got a Terraforming Mars. I don't have a tree, but whatever. We have a Wingspan over here. This is going to be your Wingspan inspired one. We have, oh, it's going to be a fun little game. I don't know what this is at all. What is this? Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit, just so I don't have to, like, you know, keep going. There we go. Okay. This, I don't know what this is. I can't figure it out. This, we got a sword. We got a worm. Is it Dune? Oh. Oh, is this Dune Imperium? I think this must be Dune Imperium. We have our combat, we have our worm, we have our that person, the Mentat, and then we have the various factions on the sidebar. This must be Dune Imperium. Okay, that's my guess. But the fun part about this game is that you have all probably been shouting that the entire time, or at least some of you. Then we have over here, this could be parks, but I think I'm more inclined to believe that it's trekking through the national parks. Just the way that bear is, but it could be anything. But trekking through the national parks, that bear reminds me of that, very much so. We have this over here, which is fire and racing. It could be Heat. It could be a different game as well, but this particular car doesn't strike me as Heat. So it could be Formula D, but it's definitely like a race car situation. So it could be something else, don't know for sure. We have over here, we have a compass. And then we have 4 resources. We have this, 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 and this. So it could be, we have a boat, we have a mountain, a tent, a boat, and a car. We have a little pyramid structure, whatever this is, a little trowel, and a compass. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I got nothing. So, yeah, if you can tell me what this one is in the comments down below, that'd be great. We have another duplicate of the car. We have a general tree. I don't think this is a particular game. We have over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This feels like it must be Cascadia, maybe. We have the Wingspan bird and smaller. We have the same tile from Terraforming Mars. We have a lizard. A lizard's not in Cascadia. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be anything. So Catan in general, I'm not searching that one. It could be a roundup one. We got some more Dune Imperium, some more trees. We have some Carcassonne over here. That's definitely gonna be some Carcassonne, I believe. We have, I guess, just generic winter. We have some more. Is that Scythe? I don't know anymore. My Little Scythe? I don't like. We had something similar to this one before. Last time it was Terraforming Mars. This time it could be different. We have a generic little meeple. There, Snowbite, meeple. We have the little 20-sided die over here. So if you want a 20-sided die, we got one of those. I guess probably should show it that way. There's your 20-sided die. We got some cards over there. And then we have another train. Some more dice. Some more dice. And then we have some puzzle pieces. So we got a decent amount of guessing. I have 1 or 2 of those that I'm not totally clear what they are. That's going to be a bunch of Christmas ornaments. And I need to go ahead and get my table. My hands are reasonably clean. When you laser cut things, it leaves a little bit of soot that you have to navigate. Now this has some nice string on it. It even has a nice seal. So let me just show you this over here. These are nicely wrapped. Oh, I went too close to the camera because I forgot I zoomed in. So we got that. Let's zoom out a bit over here. There we go. Okay. So I got a nice little seal on this as far as that goes, but let's go ahead and open this because I got no clue what's in these. Well, again, I know some of these things, but there's a lot more boxes than I was expecting, so let's find out. Alright. Okay, so this might be the main thing that I was expecting. Let's go ahead and find out. And again, they got the, oh wow, what is this? Okay, so let's just discover this together. We have this over here, which I believe this flips up or pulls out or something. You have to lock. Oh. Okay, so first of all, that's cool offhand. So these over here, these, if you're looking, in order to pull this up over here, you have to push these in. Then you can pull it up, okay? Then as far as how this works, I'm not entirely sure, but we got this over here, okay? So we got 2 different trays over here. I don't know if it's supposed to go in. Is it supposed to go in? That doesn't feel like right. But over here, we could just have it like this, I guess. Or the alternative is it could be like this as well. No, that doesn't feel right either. So I'm not sure if there's a specific way to track this, but this is going to have, you know, component holders for whatever you need as far as these go. I like the way this closes. I'm curious if you can hold things in play. I feel like this must be in here. Like this feels, the way this, I'm sorry, the way I'm now distracted by the fact that this has a ledge. Oh, it's just a card ledge. That's all. So, and this could be tracking something, I guess, I don't know. It could be tracking resource values, but over here there's a card ledge. So do I have cards? I do have cards because I got his cards from this other game over here. But effectively, you're going to have cards that can go into this little card ledge. So you have a component holder that closes up nicely, gives you a little dowel over here, and the whole thing locks up as well. So lots of customization as far as that goes. But let's go ahead and put this one away. I do like the piece. I do want to look at pictures on the Etsy store to figure out exactly any nuances as far as ways to utilize them. But just gonna go ahead. Let me just pull this in. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then this closes nicely. I wonder how firmly it holds things in place as well. That's going to be that. I think we have more of those. We got this giant thing over here, which is going to be a hexagon. Hexagons are the bestagons. So yeah, most of these things I'm seeing as a... Ooh. This is a nice little tray. Where are those dice at? Where are those dice at? So this over here, this is a nice tray. I like it. I like the... Now I have to figure out how it opens, because if I learned anything from the last one, there might be opening mechanisms at play. Uh-oh. How do I open this tray? Do I just pull? Yeah, I just pull. This is magnetized. Okay, so this is magnetized over here. So we got magnets on those edges. We have a little tray over here, which again has all these divots, which I assume is more known for... I assume that this might be more common something for someone. Oh, where you store your dice. You store your 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20-sided dice, and you roll them into the middle. Where are my dice at? Where did I take those dice? They're all in these boxes. So I guess you can go ahead and have a box over here of these dice. Grab your dice and, you know, roll them down into there. So we have multiple dice rolling sets going on over here today. They're not staying over there. We're going to go ahead and then, you know, and then of course you can go ahead and close this up, sealing it as needed for whatever your dice tray needs are. And that's a nice strong magnet, by the way. That magnet clips on nicely. I wasn't sure if it was going to break things, but I didn't see any clasps, and so I figured I'll risk it. What's the worst that can happen? It's only being filmed. That's going to be a dice tray over here. So we got this over here. And again, looks very nice, feels very nice. Overall, I'm very impressed with the general quality of the work over here. We have a card over here, so you can go ahead and scan that QR code if you want. Let's pause on that screen, scan that QR code. There's the link in case you don't want to go down below to find it there. And we got this over here. Is there a letter in here? I'm not sure what's in here. Let's go ahead and read this letter, if there is a letter. Oh, assembly instructions for the Crafty box. Okay, so this might need some assembly, which if it does, oh, I wonder... We're going to find out. We're going to find out. The things that need assembly, I probably will not be assembling on camera. And I mean, I definitely will not be assembling on camera, but it's worth it to see what these come as. Okay, so, here we go. Now this is going to be a different box than the other one over here. So something's coming assembled, something's not. I'm going to have to go ahead and figure out exactly how this operates over here. But this gives you the assembly instructions and the general look of it after. But I will not assemble this on camera, but we'll deal with that another time. So some of these things will not be covered right now. And I'll have to go ahead and make sure to preserve these so I don't mess up what goes together where. Which means I'm a little more nervous about this one over here. It's going to be the same assembly instructions. This looks like the same, this is the same package as the other one. So that's going to go there. And this is the same package as the other one. So we have a few of the same type of box. I can feel the same assembly. These look like it's going to be assembly required as well. Let's go ahead and figure out what's in this one. Because does this just open? It just opens. I didn't need to open it. The other one felt like it was sealed. Alright, this is going to be... Nope, this is the same... Now I'm confused. Unless they have... This is the same assembly instructions, but it's a different sized package, which has me a drop confused. Well, let's go ahead and look and find out. Alright, so... Let me go ahead and open this over here. And see what we got as far as... It might just be a bigger version of the same thing then, because the assembly instructions were basically the same idea. I feel bad. What I might do is the next month video, a month from now, when I do the next deluxification video, I might show you one or two of these assembled once I get these done. because I do want to show you all the various things, even though what we have seen is already a little cool. I want to show you actual assembled boxes and not just the unassembled boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and have to not lose those pieces. And I think this is another assembled package because it has the nice seal on it. So I guess those are probably more done. And these I'll have to deal with separately. Let's go ahead and see what this final assembled box is. I think assembled because there's no instructions on it. Okay. And this is going to be another one of those trays. So let's take a look at how this operates over here. This is another one of these options. It looks like it's bigger, but I can't tell for sure. Yeah, it's definitely bigger. So this over here, another size option for those trays. I really like the color in this too, by the way. The color is great. But I like these trays a lot. Again, this whole 4, 6, 8, 10, are these just dice? That's dice again. These are storing dice. Now I figured it out, right? I missed it from the last time. But with the round thingy, I finally figured it out. I'm a little late to the party, but you can track your dice over here. I guess it might be a DM screen. I don't know for sure. But it could definitely be used as a component holder. All you have to do is just not use this 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then you're good to go. But I like the overall. Does it go like this? I wonder. You could probably store it like that too, to a degree. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily recommended, but it doesn't go up more. But you could put it in there if you want. I don't think that's the intended usage, but just, you know, in case you want to. Anyways, that's going to be what we have from Crafty Cow. These things do look very cool. I just figured out the exact applications. It feels, the fact that this locks, by the way, I mean, I guess it must be meant to be like DM related and that kind of thing, or RPG related. But anyways, that is what we're going to have. Those are going to be your things for today. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoyed this deluxification video, and as always, I hope you have a good one.